Hello everybody and welcome back to Starcraft 2 visual novels, where we are here finally to meet up our first player. Will we hire him? Will we be good? Will we fully expect our expectations? Let's see it right now. Ooh, this looks awesome. Much better LED lighting than my zone. Pretty much as expected, computers, vending machines, tables at the sound of 24 mice and keyboards. PC banks are nothing if not similar to another one. When a shiver runs down my back, I realize that the AC in here is cranked up ridiculously high. I read somewhere that casinos pump in extra oxygen to keep their patrons awake and alert. Maybe this place is trying to adapt the same tactic to their cafe. A middle-aged woman sits behind the front desk. She glances up at me when I pass by and then returns her attention to the magazine splayed out in front of her. And thinks, oh, again, another of these PC playing junkies. They have not doing anything with their time, just spending here hours and hours in eternity or playing some stupid video games. I cannot do something important in life. Let's go back to my gossip magazine and read what Korean pop singer now have a date with another pop Korean singer or actress or something else completely. I'm able to narrow it down quickly and confirm his identity with a look at his monitor. He's in the middle of ladder mats, and he's playing Starcraft 2 with one hand. The other is occupied with a game on his cell phone. Woo! And I thought, what's he gonna do with the other hand if he's just using one with playing Starcraft and the other one just laying down? All the same, Stan's crossing his opponent with a rust build, and by the look of his face, he takes great pleasure in the fact his enemy sends a salty one-liner before dropping out of the game without a GG. Stan grins wide and puts his hand behind his head, satisfied. Ha! Another win, as I expected. Enjoy the moment of winning. After checking the post-game stats, he glances over his shoulder and then spins his chair around to find me watching him. Who is this? Zeb, Anthony, one. This is the player? It's looking like I had a jacket from the Ukraine national team. Okay, stunned. Protoss. Zeb, Anthony, one. Yeah, you're stunned, right? That's me, and who are you? I'm Mac. Stunned lights up, stands upright, and plants his hand on his hips all at once. And he thinks, I can't talk it to me. Finally, it happens. There are wonders in the world. I can't talk it to me, finally. I have to play cool, guy. Hello, I'm Stant. Can I stand you? Right, the foreigner that Axel messaged me about was starting to think you wouldn't show up. Let's get this bet match going. Hi everyone, the bet match is done. What? Damn it, really, Axel? Before I can attempt an explanation, a crowd of 6 or 7 middle school-aged kids roams behind, stunned. I don't see myself talking my way out of this. Bet match, right? That's me. Yes, that's what I'm here for. A foreign girl's going up against Stunt. This is a bad man's ordination. When will they learn? He's the cafe's best player. Hi, Stunt. Will you buy me a juice with your winnings? Stunt ignores the peanut gallery and takes a step forward, sizing me up. Judging by his appearance, it looks like he just started high school. I'm almost a head taller than him. Axel say you were down for a 15,000 one bet, but come on, you can do better than that, right? How much were you thinking? 25,000 is a much better number, wouldn't you say? Come on, you had to drag your ass all the way over here to play. Let's make it interesting. That's what, $20 or so. I have to skip a few trips to Goldmart, but I can't risk having him turn me down. Okay, fine, 25,000. What are we going to do about it? How about maps? Best of 3, right? Nah, best of 1 is fine. My time's too valuable, and in so of good faith you can pick them up. Axel wasn't kidding about this kid's cockiness. Whatever, at least I can choose a map with a long rush distance. I find a seat at a computer nearby, drew not so close that we could catch a glimpse at one another's screen. A locked window stares back at me as I sit down. Of course, I need to pay to use the PC, but before I get back to the front desk, Stunt slides in front of me and takes the mouse. You, I got it. Consider it an investment for the money you're about to give me. He unlocks the machine with a few clicks and the entry of a password. That works. After I thank him, he slinks back over to his setup, Stunt shares a few confident words with the underage crowd behind him, and then throws his headphone on. I will beat this bitch her ass up, okay? Let's see it. He just pick out his headphones, his cool as ice, and start the match. I host up a game and toss him in mid. It's not long after that I'm staring down my base and 6 walkers. Here we go. Young, untrained talent favors unorthodox play, bad taste, and hair dye. Yes. Cannons, 2-gate, 4-gate, the blink, proxy robot, proxy stargate. There are a dozen different ways a stunt could end this game early. As a precaution, I scout around the interior of my base to ensure that I'm not being cannon rushed. And as I discover I am, just outside my vision range and dangerously close to my walker line, I cannot finish the building. Some losses in the defense are inevitable, but if I handle this well, I still put my head of stunt. I gutsy of him to risk a best of one on a strategy like this. Practically all I have to do is scout it to score a victory. By microing my injured SCVs away from cannon shots, I'm able to end the rush of a low coast. In truth, that seemed like an exceptionally weak attack. Was Axel hyping this kid up for nothing? Woo! I end up only losing 3 of my walkers, but the time his single cannon is dead. Now there's that probe. There it is. With his probe down, there's no way I'll be able to drop down any more cannons. Yeah, Shill is probably planning his next move. I have to decide what comes next. If he's transitioning into something standard, this will be the perfect time to counterattack. His tech has to be lacking, so there's no way he'll have strong enough units to defend a marine attack. And while it seems incredibly unlikely, there's always a chance that he might have another attack ready. If I want to err on the side of caution, I could stay in my base and simply attack up, but that might give him enough time to get back into the game. I should make his call based on what I know about his base type. Counter-attack with Marines, stay on it. Counter-attack with Marines! Go, rush it in! I won't want to give Stud enough time to get back on his feet without the blind some kind of pressure. He could easily take a blind risk and put out on footing. His cross-map position is guaranteed due to the map's version. Wow, shit, Zealots, how had he done that? And again, I took my eyes off of my main army long enough that I ran into Cannon's position at the top of Stud choke point. I tried desperately to pull my units back in time to defend, but the damage is done. With my economy completely eviscerated and his base well fortified, I had no way to stay in the game. Fuck. We lost. My mouse creaks under my grip before I released it and push away from the PC. Even though I was mentally prepared for a rush, he made it work anyway. What a stupid loss. Judging by the swagger and Stunt's walk as he makes his way over to me, he either doesn't notice the frustration I'm feeling or doesn't care. Hey, easy! I kinda want the Stunt special. I rubbed my forehead. Admittedly, the kid is pretty good. Axel was right to put me on his trail. Right time to pay up. Oh yeah, so listen, I'm thinking of start. I reach for my wallet mid-sentence and then freeze. It's not there. Hold up. I pat down on my pockets and scouted that I simply don't have it. Did I leave it back at my apartment? I didn't know I was showing up to a bet match. Are you serious? You don't have any money? With a glance expressed, I confirmed his suspicion with a nod. I can't explain this really. I didn't know I was showing up to a bet match. Axel put me on your trail because I'm recruiting for a new team. With a gaggle of middle schoolers egging him on with jeers, he thumbs his nose at me. What? Join a team? Ha! You're just trying to get out of your pain for your loss. That's low, real low. You couldn't hold my all in and don't bring your wallet to a bad match and I'm supposed to expect you to organize a team? Yeah, I don't think so. Stunned, wait, we got... Shit, Jet is technically still on VIP. Can I tell him that he's planning to leave? What if he tells someone? Why did I think of this ahead of time? Why? Why? We can't handle that. We have some good players about to sign a sponsor and award. Nothing official. We're trying to keep everything under wraps until then. Yeah, people have tried this sketch shit with me before. It's not happening. I paid for your PC and now you repay me with this crap. Get lost, lady. Wait, this is a great opportunity. I'm serious. But any hope I have forgotten Stunt to change his mind is drowned out by the boos of the middle schooler catching. Brrr! You suck! You're not Stunt! He's the best! Loser! Now you can buy me a juice! Bam! Loser! Loser! Yeah, of course. I glanced past the chest-high crowd to search out Stunt, but it's too late, he's gone. How did I mess this up so bad? No. Well, Jet will be very, very pissed at me. The dream is dead. Let's face the truth. What? It's game over. It's over. We can really lose in that kind of game. That's just so much. Of course, retry. But what retry? Don't blame me. Okay. I thought retrying all the game. Okay, let's go again to this match. Okay, stay on the defensive. Even though I'm giving up a chance to win up the game immediately, the safe thing to do is tag up to dropships. But it looks like I won't need to. My precautionary scout uncovers an ambush waiting in a dark corner of my base. With more than enough units in space to micro my marines, I dispatch Zealous with barely any losses. A cannon rush fainted or proxy gate, absolutely ridiculous. With his rush-rooted stunt quits out of the game without a GG. I won with surprising ease too. Yes, I won and I always knew I would win. Stan pushes through the dumbfounded crowd and comes stumbling over, fury in his eyes. It's really didn't expect to lose. You blindly scout the smoke in your base after a cannon rush? Are you kidding me? Who does that? I raise my hands defensively and scurried away from the victory screen plastered across my monitor. Whoa, calm down. It takes like 5 seconds and you have a reputation for those kind of builds, you know? He makes a disgruntled sound and stares hard at me. You got lucky. What are you... what happened? What are you yelling back there for? Didn't I tell you to sweep up the back room an hour ago? Stop screaming at your customers and go do something useful, Lord. Lord have mercy. Without warning, the woman at the front desk paints stunned a bright red from across the room. She glares at him for a moment long before ducking back behind the counter. Talk about lousy bosses. His anger replaced with modesty, stunned scratches behind his head. The middle schoolers have mostly dispersed, eventually destroyed by the cruel realization that the Protoss god can't bleed. Sorry, that's my mom anyway. You beat me, let me go get your cash. His mom, or even worse, I guess I could see the resemblance minutes. The bleached hair explains how he unlocked my PC, at least. Actually, wait, I didn't come here for a bad match. What? But we just play one. I don't have to pay you then? What? No, I'm recruiting for a new team. Axel mentioned that you were a free agent and I wanted to see if you join up. I guess he thought I'd be funny to trick me into a bad match with you. A foreign team? Why didn't you just send me a message or something? No, a Korean one. And Axel said you probably assume I was a fangirl and blocked me. Although, I get the feeling that was just an excuse of this whole setup. Couldn't we have just kept this simple? What if I had lost? Stan pauses and reaches for his phone. Distracted or no, he managed to carry on the conversation. Not blogging you sounds like something I do. Anyway, who else have you got? We've got... Wait, Zed is technically still on VIP. Can I tell him that he's planning to leave? What if he tells someone? Why didn't I think of it ahead of that time? Your gut. We have some good players about to sign on a sponsor and it works. Nothing official. We'll keep everything under wraps until then. Sounds sketchy. A mystery sponsor and a mystery players. I'm in. He doesn't seem convinced. I can hardly blame him. This sort of thing is unfortunately common in esports. But Axel did vouch for you. That's worth something. And you beat me. The future Protoss bonjour. Once we've got 4 players and some management, we're going to pick out a team house. You need to live and practice with us. I'll blink once, look away, and take a tactical pause. If your mom will let you move out, that is. He raises my bait as straight as our both fists clenched. You're damn right he's going to let me. Alright, consider me signed. If I got a room and enough money to pay for food, we're a business. Hey. Stan pauses and lowers himself from the tips of his toes. What's the team called, by the way? Like I said, it's a work in progress. I'll let you know when it's paid out. If we're not named yet, I want to say in it. How about Azure Blaze Phoenix Snipers? What even? Kid, this isn't a shonen anime. Yeah, probably not. While stunt refills in the afterglow of being assigned to a Starcraft team, a thought occurs to me. Wait, do you go to school? Let's just say I'm between schools right now. I don't bother trying to divulge any more information. If you can't live in a team house and perform, that's good enough for me. Some promising young pros deferred school for brute war back in the day, and if Starcraft doesn't work out for him, at least he's got a future cleaning up stomping grounds. Of course. Right, the mysteries won't last for long, I promise. I'll be in touch if I need you to show up somewhere. Okay, I'm going to hit you up for practice games tonight. If that's cool, be on that. Sounds good? Welcome aboard. The fiery Protoss player lifts his chin for a final grin before heading into one of the PG bag's back rooms, probably to gather a broom or dustpan. I grace Stunt's mom with an innocent expression on my way out. She answers my smile with a glare sharp enough to make the hair on the back of my neck stand up. Don't you talk to my boy, okay? Don't you dare talk and distract him from his cleaning job on this. I step outside and suck in a deep breath, relieved that the warm afternoon air is sweet and feels good in my lungs. One down, one to go. The stairway to my apartment was empty as usual. Sometimes it feels like I'm the only person living in this building. Isolation was a major concern when I was first thinking about coming overseas. If my Korean wasn't peaceable, it's practically impossible for me to be anything but lonely. That's something I don't need to worry about anymore, I suppose. So it's proven to be vibrant, crowded, and busy. Everything my life back home wasn't. Something as simple as crossing the street can be exciting for someone who has never been in an urban environment for more than a few hours at a time. It sounds stupid, but it's true. What time it is? Nearly 10. Still, before meeting Axel and Jet, I barely talk to anyone offline. Starcraft's one-on-one nature doesn't exactly lend itself to social introductions. It'd be easy to get in touch with a foreigner community out of here, but I have very little desire to skulk around bars with jaded English teachers and washed-up businessmen. Why bother? I sink into my chair and jam the spacebar a few times to wake up my PC. I practice enough at Golden Zone Fire after recruiting Stunt, so I don't bother loading up Starcraft. Jet was pleased to hear about my new pickup, told me it was smart to hold off on telling Stunt who she was too. I'm sure she'll announce her plans on her own time. She'll have to once we pick up our last player at any rate. With a few clicks, I'm staring at a common Starcraft fan site. The most interesting stuff that goes on in the scene gets posted here, and what people vote as best rises to the top of the page. I don't often visit the Korean community sites. I like them just fine, but I prefer to read English when I get the chance. But no matter where you choose to get your Starcraft news, you'll find no shortage of netizens sharing their opinions on which player is awful or why the game is imbalanced. Good riddance, dude would wash up anyway, let the team without the GG. Typical, today seems to be no exception. A foreign pro gamer just called it quits, and the comments about him are ridiculously scathing. Sure, he was underperforming recently, but people forget just how much time and passion gets put into even a mediocre professional career. The worst part is that most of the people talking smack are either low leaguers or don't play the game at all. I take out my phone, hoping to find something on and distract me from the mindless mess. No text. No new emails, same as when I last checked 15 minutes ago. Well, we see, no one gives a fuck about my life. Nobody is a little get me attention, write me a text or send me an email and say, hey Jet, how you doing? No, I'm not. Nobody likes me in this city. It's been a while since I've chatted with my friends from back home. Most of them know about my esports aspirations, but none of them really get it. There's two reactions when someone learns that you play video games full time. Either they roll their eyes, or they tell you how lucky you are. Most of the times they roll their eyes. If I'm speaking about my YouTube channel and doing this, and most of the times I get the roll their eyes and thinking what they're doing is so shit. Well, I do it because I love it, I do it because I like it, and I do it because I want to entertain people. And that's the goal. And most of the time, if you're a smaller YouTuber and you're starting to grow yourself, most of the time they say to you that you're stupid. Or yeah, good luck with this. But if you're successful, just like McIntyre or PewDiePie, well then the opinions just turn in 360 and there's no, not 360, well they go on the same 180, sorry. And then they say, of course, you're great, do what you like, we always believe in you. Yeah, that is just the ass lickers we don't need in your life. Stay true once friends, stay true, stay truth to the people who just believe that if you won on the 0 level, and these are the real friends you need or supporters in your life. If you're at the lowest level and then you grow and becoming bigger. I've tried to explain to the letter that playing Starcraft really isn't fun in a traditional sense. Winning can be satisfying, but the game is too stressful to actually be called fun, at least for me. It beats a boring minimum wage job, but it sure as hell isn't easy and pays less for it all. But the best, yeah, they don't mention that between games and start extremes. Pretty much everyone I went to high school with is enrolled in college. When I hear about their great social lives and internships, I can't help but feel jealous. I'll probably end up going eventually. It's not like I can make a living from games when I'm 30. 5 or 6 years of Starcraft, and then you're left with the dregs of your prize money and short wrists, and hopefully some friends and fond memories. With a look back at the computer screen, I notice that my inbox is a message awaiting. A click and I'm staring at a piece of hate mail, one of several I've already received this month. I haven't streamed in a while, I noticed. Did you finally realize people only watch you? Why don't you get gut and come back once you actually win something? And I don't know why you keep blocking me. I'm going to keep making new accounts no matter what. It's something I had to deal with for pretty much my entire life, but things really amped up when my stream hit 500 viewers for the first time. There's not much to say other than that I'm used to this sort of thing, but now I quit streaming to focus on improving for my own sake. But for the idiots that send me shit like this, at least that's what I tell myself. It's hard to know for sure. Most of the people who follow Starcraft know less about the game itself than they do about the people playing. I don't like that I'm expected to constantly bear the scrutiny of strangers. The community is what keeps the scene alive. I know it's wrong to loathe it, but simply knowing that doesn't make it any easier not to. With an impatient click, my PC runs off. I climb out of my seats and settle in for the early night's rest. The search continues tomorrow. And that's we finished our video today. Well, we got a first recruit. Well, that's fine. I'm happy and Jed is happy. So we can take small steps today to grow up our team and becoming the best and beating every ass of Starcraft. Yeah, and we collect every prize, every money, every trophy. We'll be yours. We'll be the best Starcraft team in Korean history. Thank you. If you loved it, press the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And do you want to not miss the next episode of Starcraft 2 visual novel? Thank you all for watching. So long and good night.